Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, January 17th. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Malone. Glad to have you with us tonight. Well, a violent early morning altercation in Upper Marlboro sends 2 people to the hospital with critical injuries. Officers were called to the Diamond Spring neighborhood in the 9700 block of Pompey Court. That was about at 8:30 this morning. Police say a male suspect stabbed his wife and another family member and then turned that weapon on himself.
Both victims flee the scene and go to a house to an off-duty officer. The off-duty officer then renders aid to the victim and asks for assistance. Once police arrive, they go to the house, make contact with the suspect. The suspect was taken into custody without incident, and further investigation revealed that the suspect too had trauma to the upper body that we believe was self-inflicted.
It's just really sad. You don't know the issues of other people, so all you can do is just pray for them. Pray for the entire family. And, it's just a really sad situation.
And anyone with information on what happened is asked to contact police.
And anyone who has driven along Indian Head Highway knows about the traffic jam. Some people are also concerned about the dangers on that stretch of road. Statistics from AAA show that 14 people were killed in crashes on Indian Head Highway between 2013 and 2016. The most notorious crash took place 9 years ago when 8 people died in one incident. We spoke with Reverend Robert Screen, who lives and also runs a nonprofit in that area, about the problem.
I really believe there's just really a culture of contempt. And when I say culture of contempt, I mean just a blatant disregard for the traffic laws. That basically has spurred the kind of speeding incidents we have. I can take you places probably between Monday and Friday in certain areas on this highway where people go down the shoulders just like a regular lane at highway speed. This is every day that this happens during the work week. These are some of the things that I have seen, along with the fatalities that occur somewhat, I hate to say, on just too much of a regular basis.
So the lane closures, the shifting of lanes, all else makes it somewhat unsafe. And I'm very much concerned when you talk about 14 deaths. That's one a month, pretty much. When you're talking about that on one road, I'm asking now that the governor and others would hasten and move up, speed up the timetable to finish the overpasses for 210 so that traffic continues to flow, but people can have safe crosswalks.
Reverend Screen says he has written letters to officials on the local and state level about the ongoing traffic safety issue.
Well, if you are watching the polls, you probably already know that Donald Trump is about to take office as the least popular president in 4 decades. Americans disapprove of his response to Russian hacking and other activities, according to a survey done by the Washington Post and ABC News. And many are divided on the question of whether he has been too friendly with Russian President Vladimir Putin on ethical matters. A bare majority say his steps to distance himself from his business interests are enough. Overall, the survey highlights the mixed emotions that many feel heading into a Trump presidency.
Meanwhile, more than 30 House Democrats say they will not attend Donald Trump's inauguration on Friday, calling him a threat to democracy. The list includes Representatives Anthony Brown, also Jamie Raskin, both of them are from Maryland, Steve Cohen of Tennessee, Gerald Nailder of New York, and Don Bayer of Virginia. Brown said his decision to boycott the event came after Trump criticized Georgia Democrat John Lewis on Saturday for challenging his legitimacy to be the next president. Brown says Trump's response was disrespectful to the civil rights icon and to the office. Trump and other Republicans have dismissed the boycott and complaints, saying that the Democrats are sore losers. Well, 6 times as many bus permits have been requested for the Women's March this Saturday than for Friday's inauguration, according to the district.
That's right. At least 200,000 people are expected on the mall the day after the president-elect is sworn into office.
So joining us right now to tell us about the event is Roxanne Jarrett, the Maryland Arts organizer for the Women's March. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Fabulous. Kind of start by telling us what the event is all about and its purpose.
Well, it's a call for equality and justice for all women, not just in America, but around the globe.
Now, we understand that there is a grandmother who started this.
Yes, in Hawaii, she was moved to place an event on Facebook just to gauge interest, and in just a few days, thousands of people got behind the idea, and it was picked up by professional organizers who have gotten permits and made this into quite a huge event.
What's the actual agenda going to be?
Well, like I said, it's a call for equality and justice for women, and we have a clear set of unity principles that you can see on womensmarch.com, including ending violence, reproductive rights, and immigrant rights.
And there are similar marches around the country to this, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so in all major metropolitan cities and all around the world, you will see women marching on Saturday, the 21st.
Now, you are in charge of a big art project that is got something to do with this actual march. Tell us about that.
Yes, so the I Project, I am the Maryland Arts Organizer for the Women's March on Washington, and so I came up with an accessible art project, something that anyone can do, and it's just for people to take a picture of their eyes, and when they gather at a march, whether it's on Washington or anywhere around the world, they can hold those eyes up and write under their eyes what issues are important to them at the moment, and that of course can change from moment to moment. So hold your sign up. You can form a group of 10 or 100, but it's to let your local, your state, and your federal legislators know that with every choice that they make on our behalf, we're watching.
Okay, and that was similar to the eyes. There's just an example that we saw up there. And what message are you hoping that this sends to the president-elect?
Well, that's a really good question. I think, like I said, and I'll say it again, it is a call for equality and justice for all women, and to let all of our elected officials know that they are working for us. And we will be seen, we will be heard, and we demand to be served and respected.
Now, logistically, we just want to touch upon what people should know about this when they want to attend this on this Saturday.
Well, logistically, that's a really good question. I would say to anyone who is going to attend the march, get there early. Get there early and try to take the metro, because parking is going to be very difficult, and as you mentioned already, there are many buses coming in. Take the metro and try to buy your Smart Trip card in advance.
And the backpacks?
Remember, the backpacks have to be clear, and there are stringent rules in terms of size, typical or similar rather to the rules at a professional sporting event. You can go on womensmarch.com and look under frequently asked questions and the About page to find out more, but definitely clear backpacks, travel lightly, take the metro, and get there early.
All right, some great advice.
Sounds good, Roxanne. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, there are numerous welcoming stations for those marchers, including the Air and Space Museum nearby, various nearby churches, and the National Museum of the American Indian. Beverages, restrooms, and designated breastfeeding areas will also be located at many of those sites. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Denise Douglas.